Yo, what's going on, people? It's Rabbit here, bringing you another commentary on the One Endgaming channel. And today we have got a nuked out on Redwood with the PHARO by none other than your boy Nasty. Make sure you go and check him out. Shouts to One M for putting me up on the stage every single time. And yeah, let's get into the commentary. So I want to talk about the stats of like weapons and stuff. Now, did they lie to us? Like, I'm not being funny or anything, but like I have a few examples of stuff like Black Ops 2. It kind of struck me. You kind of have to figure out the stats yourself. Do you understand what I mean? So like, for instance, the Vector in Black Ops 2, that had a higher damage in comparison to the PDW, had a higher fire rate. Yes, okay, the range was smaller, but the accuracy was better as well, yet the Vector was the weaker weapon out of the two. I found myself, you know, using the PDW and seeming to get more kills than it, you know. The damage for, say, the MSMC, you know, that was on par with the Vector, but for some reason the MSMC was far superior than the Vector in my eyes. Like, I don't understand why the stats for some reason don't seem to resemble the guns within the game. And I don't have Black Ops 3 yet, so I'm kind of hoping that like that will have changed and like hopefully the stats will resemble the guns and stuff, because obviously I'm going to be new to the game and I'm going to be looking at the stats to see whether it's worth me even investing my time into certain guns and stuff. But I mainly snipe. That's the sort of thing that I do anyway. But you know, I'm trying to think of more examples. But I suppose another one is in terms of the weapon variants that were on Advanced Warfare. You look at, like, for instance, the Moors. Like the regular Moors has a higher damage, a slower fire rate than the Doctor. But then when you get the Doctor variant, it feels like you get less hit markers anyway. Like, so it seems like the Doctor has more damage than the original one anyway, and it's just weird little things like that, you know, don't bring Call of Duty down, but it just makes it not as consistent as it could be. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, another thing, like the Ballista and the DSR have the same fire rate. Well, maybe at the start of the game they did, but they obviously have not adjusted the stats accordingly, because according to this, Ballista has the fire rate of 1 square, and then the DSR has a fire rate of 1 square. They don't have the same. The DSR is a lot slower with its fire rate in terms of cocking back and everything. It's so much slower than the Ballista. That's why the Ballista's the preferred sniper rifle out of most of the snipers. Like, I know it's only a small thing, but it doesn't bug me, but it's just something that you notice, and you'll be like, you kind of question it yourself and you go, okay, there must be more to this weapon than what there is. But this is before we've even got onto attachments. You know, don't get me wrong, the AN-94 was an absolute beast of a weapon. That and the Scar were beasts, but the minute you put suppressors on them weapons, they seem more powerful than what they were without suppressors. And obviously a suppressor brings the damage down as well. So it's like confusing to me that adding an attachment that brings the stats down seems to somehow boost how the weapon works and the damage of the weapon. It's crazy. Just little things like that. I think they're glitches, or they've got to be. There has to be something behind it. Do you know what I mean? But so it baffles me a bit. And considering how, like, in damage terms, how far away it is from the M8. The M8 is like a one burst kill almost, and you know, for some reason, it's a lot weaker apparently to, you know, the Scar and the AN-94. So, you know, the Call of Duty stats, do they lie to us? In my eyes they do, and I just think they're put in there to try and make it seem like, you know, it's a good weapon when it's not. So say for instance, you know, if it's a weapon that they think people aren't going to take to, they're not going to like, they'll boost the stats of it so that people, you know, were more inclined to use it because they go, oh, well, it's got mad damage rating on it, so people are going to try and use it anyway, and they're going to make videos out of it. So obviously maybe it's more of a tactical thing. Maybe, you know, the developers don't really think about the stats like as they are, and as you know, gameplays and stuff reflect them. Do you understand what I mean? It's kind of, I'm tripping over myself here loads, but I understand what I mean. That's the main thing. It's not helpful in a commentary, but yeah, no, the stats must be a kind of a marketing ploy or something like that they can use to try and get you to invest your time in the other weapons within the game. Otherwise we'd all just use the same guns all the time if we knew that the stats told the truth. Does that make sense? But also you know, you find your own rhythm and you find weapons that work best for you and stuff. So really, it's not like a really big issue. It's just something that, you know, has come up to me and you know, has kind of baffled me a little bit, and just something I want to put to you guys. So if you guys agree, make sure you let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to 1N and Nasty, because this is just a sick gameplay. And also my link is a link to a friend of mine's YouTube channel, so make sure you go and support him as well. He's got some good content on there. So yeah, peace out.